All right, my apologies about that. I have a really expensive dog and I don't want him stolen. I've had him for almost 8 years. Okay, not that you needed to know that, but it's okay to get to know something about somebody. One tiny little fact to you is one really important fact to me, you know? It's kind of how life works. Are you an attentive listener? All right, so we're talking about Vesta, which is bringing in some creativity. We're talking about Gemini, some type of communication, and then Mars, an action plan. So I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are, but maybe you got to write the business plan. Maybe you actually need to reflect on something that you're doing that has a super creative element to it. Or maybe you need to move the thing that you're doing into a creative space because it's going to grow in that space. So wherever you are right now, I'm hearing you, like, that's where you built the foundation. That's not necessarily where you're going to stay. So wherever you're moving into, it requires a lot more, you're gonna have to lead with strategic thinking, right? Because Mars rules over Aries and Scorpio. So whatever this approach is, right, there's something about the way that you communicate that's really alluring to people. It's like you have a way with words. So much so that way with words presents maybe some of your copy as authentic to who you are, but it's really just a creative nature. So that's what's going on the right side, right? Like I said, in the center, we have the full moon, which is a new beginning overall, right? That means you have completed a cycle. Okay, so when I talk about a cycle, or you hear like karmic cycles and all those other greats, if you hear these things, right, you might not be that immersed into the occult or that hidden knowledge, right? And so Mars, like I said, they rule Aries and Scorpio. So you're someone who's equipped with the hidden knowledge, right? So you can really strategize your way into something because you don't really allow others to know what you know. Right? So in this full moon, we're talking about the completion of this karmic cycle. It's almost like the things that you were blind to, that were keeping you in the cycles, are no longer what's stopping you, right? It's almost like you're like, yo, how come I keep going? No, I'm not gonna do this shit no more. Okay, something needs to change. And so this go around, the change really was birthed through that creative pursuit, right? And so it's changed you as a person. So if you ask at least 5 people, you know, how you resonate or show up right now, I'm sure at least 4 of them will say to you, you are not the same person. But it doesn't matter because you're probably not even around half of those people right now anymore. So a lot of you, your transition has been letting go of the things that don't serve you, letting go of the people who don't serve you. And it's important that we say don't serve you, because it's like you're walking into your divine femininity and divine masculinity and recognizing that there are certain things that come with you and your emotional state that need to be honored because it's just good for your mental health, right? And then over here on this left side, we've got, I don't think these are in the right order. Oh yeah, here you are. So we've got Aries, Pisces, Aries, Series, and Pisces, right? So we're talking about taking the lead in your own life, right? So Aries is around entrepreneurship, magician-like qualities. So it's healing something. So maybe you're in the healing arts, maybe you're in the healing world or healing profession. So you could be in medical, health, what have you, right? And then you've got Pisces, right? So this is like knowledgeable, right? Other knowledge. So it seems that you are a vast, you're a wealth of resources. So like the well runs real deep with you, right? So you seem to understand something at a very deep emotional level that allows for you to be able to move forward and allows for you to inspire others. So other people look up to you and your journey. But it's because of that creative pursuit that you've put in place. And really, if you were wondering how you're resonating with people or why you're resonating with people, it's because those fake accounts are watching you. It's like, yes, girl, yeah, I heard you. Yes, you do have fake accounts, right? You have people who are just curious, who want to know, and they're not sure if they should move towards you. That's not a you problem, that's a them problem. It's not a problem as much as it is, you know, we move through life wanting to be accepted and to be loved and to be revered, and to have people kind of exalt us. All right, we have 2 fire sign energies in here, right? We got Mars, then we've got 2 water signs, Pisces and Scorpio, right? So we're really talking about somebody who's really just had a significant ego death, like that you've really gotten out of your own way. But in getting out of your own way, you're starting to see all the ways that you were in your way as you continue to interact with others, right? So you're like, damn, I want more people to support me, to hype me, right? But then you realize, like, damn, I probably should hype and support more people, right? I say that because when you have that Aries kind of keeps you you're so focused on your own shit a lot of the times and your healing that you don't always see what's happening around you, but you're into it, right? So when we were talking about that left side, when you had Aries, Series, and Pisces, right? whatever you're focused on, right? Like the spiritual knowledge, it's almost like this high priestess energy. So you've really gone from being on this side where all these outside things were really getting your attention because it's kind of a part of, this new shift, this new beginning that you have. As you continue to move forward, it's about taking all that stuff that you had to learn on that side that wasn't so great to learn, but now you're having these crashing insights of awareness. So you could have been somebody who had lost a job and everybody was the bad guy, but now as you reflect on it, you realize like, oh, I had some unconscious ass behaviors, right? Now you're taking the lead. You're like nipping that shit in the bud and you're being clear about it, right? Like you're like, okay, clearly I didn't know enough then, that Pisces energy, right? But now I do, Ceres, that healing energy. So as you continue to learn more, you tend to fill in the gaps. And so what is happening is you're mending your emotional state. So I'm talking to someone who's just, you're so different that it's almost like, was I a different person? Did I have like some type of disassociative identity? That could be possible. Stress is real, right? Like stress will have you doing some crazy shit that people don't understand. But you need to understand it, right? And I won't say people don't understand. There's tons of qualified clinical psychologists and licensed mental health counselors and other life coaches, healing spiritualists and professionals out there who may understand. But you have to always be careful between somebody who's quick to give you solutions and not really register or hear your problem. If you have a problem, right? But I think at this point you've realized that like you've got to get out of your own way and you need to default to the actual behavior of what it means to be an Aries, right? But also recognizing that having that rulership of Mars over Aries and Scorpio makes you a bad mama jamma, right? Or brother. And I say that because here's the deal. You have high intellect and you have intuitive knowledge. So truthfully, it doesn't matter who comes for you. Your spirit guides and your ancestors aren't going to let you fail, right? So they're going to give you the information on the environmental front. That was your right side, right? They're going to give you everything you need, right? Those are your downloads, your intuitions, right? They're going to give you that so you can function. And then on your left side, they're going to make it very clear to you where you still got shit to heal and you about to spend the rest of your life healing your own shit so you can help others. And that is where you bring these two worlds together in the center for that new moon. And that new moon energy is like, hey, you want something different, you got to do something different. So go out there, baby girl, and show the up, okay? Or young man, do what you got to do. But understand that like the hardest part in life is the ego death. The second hardest part in life is achieving your true self, whatever that is for you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, not every therapist is a healer, not every healer is a clinician, and not every clinician will minister to your soul. You can book your session at tactfuldisruption.co.